YouTube land, it's Dewey Joe, and this is my new vlog. I'm creating this maybe on a daily basis, depending if I find the time. I'm gonna try to be consistent. So it's basically to keep me occupied, voice my opinions, rant a bit or a lot. So yeah, it's a vlog, but basically about me, things that interest me, like comic book news. I'm a big Marvel Comics fan, also a DC fan. I'll give them their props where it's due, but I'm more into Marvel. But yeah, and also things like video games, movies, TV shows, uh, smartphones. Looking to buy one soon. So yeah, I will propose to do like weekly comic book reviews. I will let you know what I'm reading, what I like, my views on them, and so on. I also do like daily updates on news, like entertainment news, and stuff like video game news, comics, anything that pops up. I follow on sites like newsrapper.com, comicbookresources.com, IGN.com. Those are my usually go-to sites where I get a lot of information, what's going on. I'm always on top of it, so I'm going to keep you all informed. Also, I'm going to do like a weekly manga rant. I follow Naruto Shippuden and I follow Bleach. So every week I'll read them and I'll let you know what my views are on them as well. And TV shows like Young Justice, I love that show. Transformers Prime, it's okay, it's cool, I love Transformers. So anything Transformers, I'm going to follow. Green Lantern hasn't caught me yet, but I keep watching it, hoping it will catch me. Maybe Star Wars. Clone Wars, yeah. I like it, it's kind of interesting, but I've never been a big, huge Star Wars fan. But it is entertaining, so I'll talk about that. Even shows like Fringe, Last Resort, cool new submarine show that. I love that. Alphas, hey, people with powers, up my alley. And, stuff like that. But, like right now, I'm just going to do a little rant on certain things that have been going on like in comic books. Like this today I'm going to talk about Avengers vs. X-Men, the crossover. It is a big deal at Marvel right now since it's going to help change the landscape of the Marvel universe afterwards. But yeah, this is my views on it up to now. This is part one. Part two will be after the final issue ships. We get to read it and we finally really know how this is all going to play out. Cause we get little spoilers, little bits and pieces here and there, but it's not making much sense yet until we see the final issue. So yeah, AVX, a crossover that to me it just blah. I was not excited by this crossover because I am suffering from crossover and event fatigue at Marvel. Every year, Marvel, seriously, something big has to go on. Anyhow, as I was saying. Yeah, I mean, crossovers used to mean something. Extinction Agenda, those kind of things. Cool. I mean, everything came out of that was interesting. I mean, you got a good villain, you got the heroes trashed and, imprisoned and all kind of stuff, and then they break out and then that was emotional. I mean, I like those kind of crossovers back in the day. What is that one? Inferno, those things are cool. But now it's like every year there's a civil war. Every year there's Fear itself. And that's another thing. Fear itself was like last year. And Fear itself, Phoenix and the AVX have a lot in common. I mean, some heroes and villains got big hammers and they transform into these powerful deity-like creatures that the other heroes have to fight. And now in AVX, it has something I love. I love the Phoenix. And then it gets put into 5 and 5 X-Men get it and then they get transformed into these deities. I mean, it would have worked if you're something a couple last year with it was the same thing. But anyway, yeah, it came out, and the fighting between the two teams was, to me, seemed a little forced. I mean, they have different ideals, but still, I mean, they could have come around differently. And why does it feel like the X-Men are being painted the villains in this? I mean, then they have to run to the Avengers to help when Scott and the others, Cyclops goes out of hand. I mean, please. X-Men dealt with Phoenix before. Avengers have dealt with a lot of intergalactic stuff too. I mean, they could have gone to each other and worked this out, but no, they're making it seem like Cyclops is this psycho general guy and he's just going to go straight into war with anybody who doesn't agree with him. And although I could see it happening though after this arc, since Decimation, it seems I don't like it. But anyway, what I'm also angry about is death in these crossovers that are meant to be this big game changing thing. like Cap's death after the Civil War, and then he's still back, but still. Why kill Xavier? Xavier this has, to me, it seems quite useless right now. I mean, Xavier stars in Extreme X-Men. It might not be the real Xavier, but there's like infinite alternate versions of him over in Extreme X-Men every month, and it's like, okay, he's still around in some. I mean, what's to say that when Dazzler comes back from this, she doesn't bring back another Xavier? I mean, they did it with Nightcrawler. They killed Nightcrawler and then they brought back the Age of Apocalypse version of him, which is stupid. But it doesn't make sense. It would been better if Xavier actually stepped up to Scott, took him on, and won. You know, and then after that he takes back his place. You know, and brings mutantdom and humanity closer together. Why does death has to be the only way that people could come together? I mean, he could have been successful. He could have saved Scott from a lot of heartache and pain, and you know, he took back his place. I would have more rather seen the Marvel landscape change by Magneto and Xavier finally working together to realize Xavier's dream, like just killing him hell off. I don't get it. It's like so much story potential was wasted. And now we have Marvel now, where the Avengers and the X-Men are going to be working together. Alright, they'll be working together. They're going to be Uncanny Avengers, but there's also Uncanny X-Force. Uncanny is just being used a little too often, but not for what it was supposed to be, which was Uncanny X-Men. But that would be around when those comic books come out. But yeah, and then there are New Mutants going to be on the Avengers team, which will be Cannonball and Sunspot. Which I actually agree with. I like that idea because they need to branch out. And I love Cannonball. And I do love Sunspot. So, I would have rather a couple more of the characters make it over the Avengers. But I mean, yeah. But I was saying. I like the idea of the Avengers and the X-Men coming together. It's just sad that it had to happen because Xavier had to die. It was stupid. It could have been Xavier helping them win. And then he helping the two teams come together and showing the world that this is my dream, you know? I helped lead them there. But no, we got a shitty death. Now Scott is going to be some kind of dark, emo, brooding madman because he killed his teacher and his father figure. And I'm just tired of that. And you know what? This is going to lead into another big crossover next year or early into 2014. I can just see it. I don't know what it's going to be, but Marvel, you need to rest yourself. If you're going to do a crossover, make it just like a internal crossover, the X-Men doing something, or I don't know anymore. I mean, I think Uncanny Avengers is a crossover all in itself. Why do we need a bigger line-wide crossover? Everything seems to be integrated already. There's no need for another crossover. But yeah, Phoenix. You all got one of the greatest comic book stories in the Phoenix and Dark Phoenix saga. I love that. That was made ages ago, but it still impacts everything. I mean, the X-Men animated series had a perfect, the perfect version of it for the TV, and it was excellent. I still watch it over and over again and be quite impressed. I don't see why there is a need to try and recapture that. I would have glad to see the Phoenix come back, but at least make it something completely more impactful. You know, to give Jean Grey. I mean, let me not start on Jean Grey because she always got a shot in the stick, and I think she should have been back during this. Who knows? We'll see what happens at the end of issue 12 of AVX, but I would have preferred the original Jean Grey come back, and not the teenage one that they're saying Brandis is bringing back in the all-new X-Men. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how that goes when it comes out. He has a lot to do to impress me. So yeah, AVX, Xavier dead. What? I don't know. I'm not impressed. So we'll see what goes on next week. Well, I'm going to be starting from Monday with my updates and so on. So hopefully when the issue comes out, I'll do a big review, a big reveal of some of the stuff that I know is coming out from Marvel now. Then it'll start hopefully make sense. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So this is Dewey Joe signing out. See y'all soon.